Hi there, Enlightened Ones. This is Cheyenne Valentine, back today again with a new episode. Today's episode, I want to talk about the fact that you don't really want money. You just want what money gets you. Let me repeat this again. You don't really want money itself. You want what the money can get you, what it can afford you. So you don't really want the money. You just want what the money can afford you. And that's why money doesn't equal happiness. So I thought about this the other day. I thought about so many people who become rich and they're happier sometimes. Don't get me wrong, they're happier because they don't have to worry about being thrown out on the street, or not being able to, pay their rent, or not having food, or not being able to send their kids to school, or not having money in case they get sick. So they're under a little less stress when it comes to survival. However, they still feel like they're not content or not happy. And this is because we've been put under this monetary system and everything is an illusion. We're not supposed to be, quote unquote, working for money. We're supposed to be on a resource-based economy because everything the planet provides for us is free. So we're exchanging our time and energy multiple hours a day for this thing called money. But we get the money, in our mind we justify it, right? We say, well, okay, if I work 40-50 hours a week, I can pay for that vacation. What you need a vacation for? If you are living a great life, your life is the vacation. You only need the vacation when you need to escape and rest and relax from something you're trying to get away from, which is your life and your job. So we basically live this life, right? And we go through life and we're trying to get money. We work for money and we justify it by saying, oh, well, now I can afford this nice TV, now I can afford these shoes. And we exchange all our time and energy for free things. Things that should be free. The planet provides for free. Yes, I know with clothes, someone has to make the clothes. I get that. But there's a lot of people out here who want to be fashion designers and would love to sew and make clothes, and they don't have the time to do that because they're at work all day. You know what I mean? So, when you're freed up from working a job, you can do things you actually enjoy and that you're naturally good at, and create these things, and you can give it to people if you like. Keep it for yourself, but you will have the time to actually do these things. So I'm bringing this up because my mother died years ago of cancer, and she had some insurance money, and I remember that the money me and my brother got, the insurance money from her death. And I remember the money, actually my half of it had accumulated $1,000 because I did not touch the money. She died when I was 16. I was so devastated and so hurt and in so much emotional pain that nothing could ever replace my parent. Nothing. The money is only, people think, okay, this society, they have made this society so screwed up and have enslaved us so much with this money that we are valuing it over human life. We value it over our happiness. We value it over our family. We value it over our time. And see, our time, money, and our family is actually real, and money is not. It's not technically real to me. It's an illusion. It's something they're taking for something that's free. They make money out of trees. Trees is our planet. And nature grows a tree. Nature, oh my God, a tree is free. It grows for free. What the hell? And so they're taking a tree and making money and making us work for something that they made from something free. They're making us work for free things, but the thing that we're working for is crazy. They took it from something that was free. Follow me. You get money to pay for food, electricity, pay your rent, fresh water, and clothes. All this stuff should be provided for free. The planet creates all this stuff for free, right? So we work for the money to get these free things, but the actual money is made from something free, like a tree. That's what I mean. It's ridiculous. And so I think about, people always say money can't buy happiness, and it doesn't, because people crave money and chase money for the things that can afford them. So basically, people want to have a nice car, a nice home, not have to worry about survival. So they chase the money, because once they have the money, they can get those things. But how about we just cut out the middleman and provide those things for everybody? Because you end up putting money over the things that actually matter. Like I said, my mother passed. I didn't give a damn about no damn money. My mother just died. Like, so literally the money probably will still be there right now. I really don't know, because that's not what my mind was at. Some money? That's essentially someone telling me the money replaced my mom. The money can never replace my mom. It never can. It never will. And I resent that money. See, money, it's no need to hate money, because if you hate it, you will repel it. And in this society, you actually need it. So it's a very sick balance, because in your heart, you know the money is of no importance and we don't need it. But at the same time, you technically need it to survive on this planet. So for me, I'm in a very hard spot, because I might be repelling it because I know it's not needed. But I have to still love it to manifest it and bring it in my life to get the things that I need. But I know all the stuff I need is the stuff that should be provided for free. So it's playing mind tricks with you. But like I said, it's not the money that you want, it's what the money affords. So take the money out of it. What are you getting them? Like, what do you want the money for? You want that nice car? Like I said, you want to stay in a better area. You want a nice home. You want nice clothes, shoes, you want to eat good food. That's what you get. That's what you have the money for, right? That's what you're getting the money to. So the money just is giving you access to the things that you want. So what they have done on this planet is they have cut off access to the things that access to the things that people need. I'm not talking about you want to play video games or TV and all the other stuff. I'm talking about basic necessities. Like most people, if most people on the I'm gonna say everybody, if everybody on the planet could have a place to stay, a nice place to stay, that's provided for free. Also a vehicle. We could say a vehicle, but you technically don't. You need a vehicle, but I want to go with at the very simplistic. I want to make this simplistic. At the very core, if a place to stay was provided for you, if you had access to clothes, food for free, the food was free, fresh water was free, and also electricity in your home, all that was free, you'll be in pretty good shape. And if all that was taken care of, and then you had like a job, maybe a part-time job, and you paid okay money, and then you took that money and bought other things. But see, they would never let that happen, because if they was to provide everybody on the planet with, food, water, shelter, and clothes, and they said, well, you still have to work and use money to buy but the other things you use that money for. So they said basically they provided food, water, clothes, and shelter. And they said, so we will provide that for you humans, but you got to go out and work. And with that money, then you can get all the stuff that's not needed, like a TV or maybe a phone. A phone still is needed though, but you would have to get other things. And most humans would probably say, cool. But see, the trick is what they do is they make you work for free stuff, and they put a monetary value on the free stuff, and they hike up the price. So like rent or a car, we basically do need a car to get around. I mean, you can walk, what I'm saying, but a vehicle really is needed. And if they was provided, so what they do is they charge a lot for the vehicle. But this is the kicker. People might say, well, what's wrong with the vehicle being $20,000? It's made out of really good materials, and people exchange their time, put in labor. Okay, fine. But the problem is that the average person, their check isn't $20,000. It would take, most people don't have $20,000 just saved to put towards a car. Usually they take out mortgage. They take out car payments. They get a loan out for the car. You're getting a loan out for some that I think should be I think a vehicle should be free too. It don't have to be the best looking vehicle, but people need vehicles to get around on the planet. Are you kidding me? So they're going to make you take out a loan with interest to pay for something that they basically hiked up the price on. You don't tell me these cars is worth $20,000? That's ridiculous, okay? And they do this. Now you might say, well, like I said, yeah, what's wrong with being $50,000? Well, you don't make enough. They don't pay people enough money to afford a car, something that they basically need to get around the planet. This is all a setup. So that's why I say money It's not that you want the money, everybody. That's why I want people to think about a resource-based economy. It's not about the money, okay? They have interjected money to basically enslave humanity, have you at work all day, have you exhausted, and also to get total control over humanity. Because the people who can accumulate the most money on this planet, can hoard the most money, they have all the power. If I was worth $1 trillion, I would have a lot of power, everybody. I could I can get buy whatever I want. I could bribe people. I can get them to do things that was probably illegal and that wasn't that, I don't know how to say this. I could get them to do a lot of bad things, but I'm not a bad person, so that would never be my motive. But and two, I think sometimes money, when you have a lot of money, in order to get extremely amount of money to be a billionaire on this planet, you can do it legitly, but sometimes I don't know. I'm not a billionaire, obviously. I'm not rich, so I don't know. I think a lot of people can. I don't know how this planet is set up. It's very hard to become a billionaire, to be rich, because you gotta have a large population of a working class that's working for a very low amount of money to do all the other jobs while you hoard the money at the top. That's why that's why they have it as a pyramid. So you have to have how this capitalistic system work. It only can work if there's a large population of people working for very low amount of money, so that only a few people can be like super rich. Let's just cut to the chase, because I'm long-winded. That is how this works. So you would never have society, like if let's say if the society, 50% of society was billionaires, 25% was millionaires, and other 25% was middle class. That way everybody can still live a good life. That would never work. The only way that will work, or only way they will allow that, is if they go up on the cost of living. Think about inflation, everybody. So for example, I think I don't know much about inflation economics as much as I should be, or as much as I should rather, but one thing I've noticed, that over the years inflation goes up and everything gets inflated. And so what they do is, this is what I think is happening. I think in the back of my mind that people get upset, as humans do, and we see it's an injustice, and we say, look, we want to make more money. And then so what they do is they say, okay, we're gonna raise the pay for minimum wage. Remember, minimum wage was what, $5? Now it's like $7 or whatever. I don't know how much it is. But when they raise the pay, they're gonna also raise the cost of living. That way nobody gets an edge up. So if minimum wage is $7, then still you won't be able to survive off of that. Still rent is at the least $600. You see what I'm saying? It's no way. And I think some fast food workers want to make $15 an hour. Fine, if they let them make $15 an hour, they're gonna go up on the cost of living in that state or all over. That's what they do. They're not gonna let you get an edge up. So that's why it's not as many billionaires. And if someone is a billionaire, they might have worked really hard to get there, but they had to have a large amount of people working under them that made a little amount of money. Or they could have done some very evil things. Also, I'm not saying all billionaires are bad and they did bad things. Not at all. And some of them made very good decisions and made moves. So I'm not saying that, but how this is set up, this society isn't set up to where 50% of the population can be a billionaire. Because if 50% of the population was a billionaire, then rent would be $1 million. You see what I'm saying? They'll make it to where still they're gonna have to, no matter how much you make, no matter how much, I don't care if you make 6 figures or more, they're gonna make it to where only a few people can live the real good life. Because then how can they have control over the mass population? They can't let everybody make it and live this great life, because they have to have a large working class. So it's not the money that you want and you crave. It is what it affords you. And you might say, well, what's wrong with that? And you might say, well, of course I knew that. But then you got to ask yourself, why you got to have a middleman of money? If everybody wants and desires and needs to survive on this planet and with food, water, clean water, food, shelter, clothes, then why can't that be provided for everybody for free? We all chip in and volunteer 3 days a week, 2 hours a day. volunteer to make sure the society is running correctly, but nobody should have to work a job for money. We don't need money. Money is a middleman and a buffer and I think its main purpose, I think it got a couple main purposes, but I think the main purpose is so that the people that's controlling this planet, the higher ups, can hoard the money and use it to control. That's what I think its real benefit is. And then the second benefit is it keeps us not enlightened. It keeps us in a very low vibrational state because we're unhappy because we never seem to be able to get enough of. We never ever seem to accumulate enough money to afford the lifestyle that we deserve. As human beings, we deserve fresh water, clean air, living, by the ocean in a nice climate, having a nice home, also money, if you have it and you can get in a passive way where passive income, meaning residual money, where you don't have to, let's say you wrote a book and it keeps selling, that's residual income. See, when you go to a job, you're exchanging time and energy for money, and that's the worstest way to make money, because if you don't give up your time and energy, then you can't make no money. What if you're sick? What if you just can't work anymore? Now you're screwed. And so they work that way. So because of that, they work. That's how you get worked in the ground, and you work up until you're in your 70s, or even later. Because if you don't have no money saved up that you can live off of, you have to physically be at a place making money. That's inhumane. And as a society, we're not looking at the big picture, but like I said, the money is used primarily so that the powers that be, the elite, can control the mass population, because they can have the money to, they pay to, they have the money to do what they want and control, and then also to keep us unenlightened, to keep us low in vibrations, to keep us from knowing our life purpose, our higher self. We don't have no time. We're exhausted from work and running errands and cleaning up our home and watching the kids and doing all. And I don't even have kids, and I'm tired and don't have time to do nothing. Or I don't even have the energy because it's just so much pulling at me. Your time, also it breaks your spirit when you're at a place making money that you don't want to be at. If you're at a place 8 hours that you hate, it's breaking your spirit. Every time you're there, you probably feel ill every time you wake up in the morning. So think about it. You're going to be working jobs that you hate up until you're in your 60s and 70s. When your body's breaking down, you're closer to death. Then what was your life? What was the point of your life this whole time? Just to work? So your life had no purpose. That's why you're depressed. That's why you're unhappy. That's why no matter how much money you make inside, you feel like crap. Inside, you're unhappy. Inside, you just want this experience of life on this planet to end because something's not right. You've been told you just work and you make money, but you're like, well, why do I have to be here 5 days a week, 8 hours a day? I'm exhausted when I leave. I'm tired. You taking all my daytime hours when I'm supposed to be out and about and enjoying my life, and I'm cooped up in this office. You basically are willingly going into prison every day when you go to a job. But it's a prison where they say, well, you can leave at any moment, but they have it set up to where you have to come back. So you're a willing participant in your enslavement. All I'm saying is that money is not needed. And the only reason you want money is because it affords you things. But you're trying to get it. It's affording you just something that you deserve. You deserve to have shelter over your head. You deserve to have electricity in your home. You deserve to have clothes and shoes. You deserve to have food. You deserve to have fresh water, and you really deserve to have a vehicle. You deserve every human being, because all those things I named, you need it to survive on this planet. Now, you might not need a car to survive on this planet, but I still think that should be part of what is provided. I mean, you have to get around, but they have the bus and stuff like that. And I'm not going to get into all that, but take the car out of it. You need clothes to cover your body, to protect you from the elements. You need shelter to protect you from the elements. You need food. Your body that's your body's fuel. Just like gasoline is the fuel for a vehicle, you need food to fuel your body's a biological computer. You need fresh water. Okay, you need these things. Okay, so you deserve these things, and they're making you be at a place 8 to 10 hours a day for this thing called money to get it. And then they don't even pay you enough to get the things. And if they paid you a lot of money, they're just going to go up on the price of, it's going to be inflation. They basically, the more money they pay you, the higher they go up on the cost of living. It is a cruel, evil joke that's being played on humanity. And you have the power to change it if we all come together and try to create a resource-based economy. Money would never equal happiness, because happiness comes from within, and having all your survival needs provided to you from the planet for free. Hi then, lights and ones, this is Cheyenne Valentine, back today again with a new episode. Before I start the video, I listened to it and I said something incorrect. I said that in the video that when my mother passed, she left me and my brother insurance money, and I said that I did not touch the money for months and that it had accumulated to $1,000. No, the insurance money was thousands of dollars. Let's just say it was $30,000, let's say. And it had accumulated an extra $1,000. So what I meant was that it was a lump sum of insurance money, and the interest, I had not touched it for so long that it had accumulated interest of $1,000. So let's say it was it wasn't 30,000. I'm not gonna say how much it was, but it was a lot of money. But let's say it was 30,000, and let's say when I actually touched the money, it was 31,000. That's what I meant. So because I know people probably gonna listen to that and say, "What do you like? That wasn't a lot of money for insurance that she left $1,000." No. So what I meant was that it was a lump sum of money, and I didn't touch it for so long that it had accumulated interest, and the interest when I actually got the money, it had accumulated $1,000 worth of interest. So I just want to make that change on that, and so you guys can understand what I was trying to say. Okay, enjoy the video. Bye.